Okay, this is a brief clarinet video on what I call clarinet jumps. We can play in the lower register on the clarinet, the medium register, and the upper register. Okay, they have fancy names, but we won't go over those in this video. But what we're doing here is getting used to going from low E, which is the lowest note on the clarinet, and we're going to play the first line E up to the fourth space E, and so forth. And then we'll go with F, so we're going up chromatically, thumb F, high F, then we're going F sharp, low F sharp, which is left pinky here, and we're going to middle F sharp, upper F sharp, middle finger right hand, just like low B natural, and then we're going to end with low G, open G, and upper G. Okay, this looks relatively simple, but you have to really use lots of air, and you have to be very solid with your fingerings. So to play low E, we are simply going to play this. Next E. And you want to center each note, make sure every note is very solid, okay, at the same volume level. And then we go to F. F sharp, left little finger. Gotta make sure this is off. And then G. So you're covering 2 octaves on each jump. You've got low E to first line E to upper E. Or actually, there's one above that also, but fourth space E. And then so forth. So the entire exercise will be, see if I can play this. There it is. Had a couple of miscues there, but you get the idea. So we're playing the lowest note of that particular note on the clarinet, the next note up, and then the next note up. We're not going into the higher register, simply going up. The highest note you'll play is a G above a staff. So young clarinet players should have no trouble with this. All right. Once we get above a G, then there'll be some additional techniques and fingerings that we'll have to learn. Use lots of air. You can play this in half notes to start with, and maybe even go on to quarter notes later on. You can slur everything, and I would suggest trying to play each line in one breath if you can do that. I'm not sure that's possible. Let's see. Yes, you can. So each line, play with one breath. You're going to crescendo as you go up, and maybe even crescendo as you go down, so that when we get to that bottom note, it's nice and big and fat, and not thin sounding like I've run out of air. So you're going to make it nice, big, and fat. So we got and so forth. So this will help your technique. It will help your breathing and your phrasing. All right. So I would slur everything. All right, slur, and then tongue, and then just maybe do some combinations. But this is a good exercise for fingerings, keeping those fingers relaxed, keeping them near the keys, all right? So if a finger's not being used, you shouldn't tense up and have the fingers come out to the side. They should actually stay touching the rings or pretty close to touching the rings. All right, so practice this and stay tuned for another simple clarinet lesson, seemingly simple, not very simple, but this will help your technique and your breathing and your range development. So stay tuned.